Round 4 of Carina Dunes Major. We are trending in the right direction. Tees move back for round 4. Winds go very high out of the northwest. Moderate fairway firmness, firm greens, and the green speed slow down to the slowest of the tournament. Now, very high winds are very difficult for me. I think when you throw a very in front of any of the modifiers, I struggle. So I very much so need to put in a lot of work. First and foremost, thank you guys very much for being here, sticking through these rounds with me. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Let's kick this off with a nice big drive. Maybe got a little bit too overzealous with that one. I'm trying for an angled swing plane, maybe not that big of one. That's the first time I've, like, completely destroyed it. Maybe turned my hands a little bit too sideways. But we got a decent lie here. There's maybe a chance. Maybe a chance with this one of, like, full backspin, a little bit of loft, and then just, like, send it way out to the left. You only do Twitch woodworking? I spend most of my Twitch time is while I'm working as well. It's just good background noise. Can hop in and talk a little bit and then get back to work. All right, that's not great for us here. Got the lowest roll we can get. And I don't think it's going to have enough legs to get down there. So, it's a tough start. You know, we definitely messed up that drive going for extra distance. Something I'm working on trying to get better at, trying to work out. We'll get it down at some point, though. Pushed it just a little bit. We get a nice bounce, but it dies going up the hill. But hey, you know what? Despite all of that, still a birdie on the first hole. Hey, little jet ski, how's it going, man? Since the follows don't matter, you'll just unfollow Ross? I mean, it's still a good thing to follow, you know, so you see that I'm live. But yes, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't matter if you're here. I guess that's the caveat. Follows don't matter if you're here. Anyway. I feel like that's dangerous. I don't know. I'm tempted to go for it. But it all feeds to the left, so if we're not high up enough... but it creates such a good distance to the hole, especially with this kind of wind. Get that much more bite. I think we're gonna try and go for it. I think we're gonna try and go for it. It's a good swing. Line looks good. Did we put too much on it? Or is it going to get enough left kick to stay out of that bunker? Oh, what a drive. What a drive that is. Always on the left dashboard. So I guess it just would put me up as a recommended when I was live for you. Right? I would suppose that that's like the main thing that would be happening there. Gap wedge pitch. This wind has to... there's... like 19 miles an hour of wind or something like that. Probably 20 something miles here. This wind has to be carrying. So I think what we're gonna do here is a little bit of loft, fair amount of backspin, because I think that should be enough. Good swing. Pushed it a little bit. Oh, wow. Overshaped it. Trusted it too much. Wow, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Maybe with the pitch being shorter, but I thought it's a longer pitch. Maybe that wind just plays a little bit less. All right. Well, good to know. Good to know. We're learning. We're learning, we're learning, we're learning. Two chip-ins in one tournament? Who even am I? Come on now. Learn a thing or two? It's amazing what happens. When you can find the score. Oh, you're off the green? There's still a chance? Fancy that. Fancy that. Who do you think you are? I am. Time to make some instructional YouTube video. Yeah, I'm gonna do that and then be like recording for 15 hours trying to get one shot to go in. Be like, this is how you do it, miss. So you just aim like this, miss. 6-iron, this wind is gonna play quite a bit, ain't it? If that 6-iron lands too short. Oh man, but if we go here, that's 225. So I guess first and foremost, it's all about getting this right. That's for the 5-iron. That's what the wind playing in looks like. Little bit of loft. I hope we've got this played right. A little bit fast, but that's into the wind, so I'm not as concerned about it. Okay, wind read actually not that bad. Wind read actually not that bad. What a shot. I think 11 feet in those conditions is that's got to be a pretty good effort. Oh, these are like barely moving. What am I supposed to make of that? Oh boy. It keeps going downhill behind. It's like not a lot of movement, but at the same time, it feels like so much. Almost had it. Almost had it, just not enough. I couldn't tell, like, how much is that gonna turn in that last little bit? And the answer is quite substantially. The answer is quite substantially. Alright, that's pretty good. Hopefully we don't just, like, kick straight forward into the heavy rough, because that would be majorly disappointing. Perfect. Almost a 400-yard drive here. Put ourselves down into nice little lob wedge. So that pitch earlier didn't play quite as much, and now it's got me all in my head. This is a fuller club, so I think it's going to play a little bit more, and it's downhill lie and downhill, so I'm going to give it a little bit of loft. And then just a little bit more. Alright, and then if we wanted the wind to play something like this, I think somewhere out here, and then a little bit because it's going to go right to left. pushed it. Come on, release a little bit. It's 147s though, so it's probably not going to release all that much. That's one where, like, if it was the 186s we've been playing, we would actually get away with it a little bit and kind of roll it down closer to the hole. All right, so that last hole, we left ourselves just a little bit low side. So hopefully we can figure out something here. Try and leave ourselves a better... It's just because it creeps along so slowly. So you have to essentially play for a little bit more movement at the end. And we're still going to be low on it, aren't we? Okay, so there's something that I'm seeing that's just a little bit off. Just a little bit off. Those big downhill ones, they're moving a little bit more on me. So if we get like 12 miles an hour at the back here, could land just around here. The hop forward and then the roll. You got a hill, but I think maybe the 9-iron with like a good amount of backspin. That way you like get it to that ridge and it starts going. You go here. I think if we get it out right, get it forward, get it on that ridge, and then it rolls down to the hole. That's the hope, at least. Hit it a little under and fast. There's the bounce. We've got brakes on it. Stay up. Stay up. It had a chance. It sure as heck had a chance. All right. Up and in. There's a birdie. There's a birdie. Solid start. Solid start, I would say. All right. Go for the overpowered pull. All right, so there's maybe a little bit of an overcorrection. We had that first drive with the like mega left. That one's a little bit less. So somewhere in between those two, I think, is probably a happy medium for us. But trying to get those extra couple of yards on drives if I feel like it's open enough. Trying to make these approach shots a bit easier. Because I think if we can get them shorter and shorter, like that's only going to help our game. Or at least I would like to think that that's only going to help our game. I do believe that this 6-iron... I think the 6-iron's gonna be the trick. I mean, it's obviously a matter now of getting this shot right. Hopefully the 6-iron comes back enough over to the left. I pulled it. But we wanted to be left of the pin here because this all kind of... It's all kind of funnels to hold, and I think the green speed is slow enough now that we shouldn't worry about just like running a loop-de-loop, taking the banking of the track and going all the way off the green in the front. It's nice when the green speeds are a bit slower, I say. All right, so now we gotta kind of play that mental game of like, is this aim correct? I think it needs a little bit more. Not that much more. Also hit it too firm. Also hit it way too firm there, actually. So this is not exactly like dream scenario on the comebacker here. Okay. Good recovery. Definitely getting a little bit out of sorts on some of the putt planes. I think it's gotta be like I don't know, get a little bit too relaxed. 572 yards. So there's no shot. Even with an overpower, there is not any shot in the world that we're getting this one in two. So we're just going to send this out in the fairway. And we're going to have to lay up somewhere over to the right. Because 283 yards, even if we got a little bit further, it's uphill and into the wind. Like, I just don't have it. I don't have a chance with the 3-wood. Do we want to be below here and straight up at it? Or over here, a little more headwind? I think we're going to play the 4-iron short. Short and straight. I think going with the hybrid, maybe that wind played a little bit more and we could have gone with the hybrid. But now we've got a fuller pitch. So sand wedge pitch shot. It's a matter of taking down this wind. And the headwind's definitely going to play, so we're going to cut with this sand wedge, and hopefully that's the right number to get over and on. Swing plane is starting to revert, but distance control is good. So that's always a good sign. It's got to focus. Take the focus off, start to miss things that you shouldn't. Hitting it firm and turning. Well, we missed the one high, so I think we've got to trust. Oh, come on now. We did get the swing plane down. Just missed it by a hair. Just missed it by a hair. All right, come on. We're gonna score on one or more of these. I know it's not coming together at the moment quite exactly as we would like it, but we're gonna get there. We'll de-loft at 8-iron action. It's a good strike. Feels good. Still a little bit. That wind played a little bit more. Maybe the de-loft wasn't as much as I thought it was. Still just a bit off. Now we've got left to right going up the hill. It continues that way even at the top. Need a little bit more. Did not need a little bit more. I read into it a little bit too much. That early break going up the hill, we kind of hit through it. Front pin location, but it's uphill with the wind, so like, I don't know. I think there's probably always a chance, right? Probably always a chance we can get something good here. It's another nice strike. Is it on the correct side? Wow, we're actually way short. Holy cow. I think I just keep forgetting, like, these are very high winds. These are very high winds, so I don't know who I think I'm joking. When I think that, like, these winds are gonna be behaving a little bit less. Come on, big chip here. We chip in now, apparently. Ah, push slowed it. Fight. Come on, get the bird. Get the bird, get the bird, get the bird, get the bird. Get it. Got it. Get it, got it, good. Okay. 400 going out. Pins in the back. I think this is one you just still... I think with all this, you just send it. You just send it. That barely clears, though. I thought that was going to carry a little bit further. Get it down close. Try and have something that you can get to bite. Oh, this is such a mean... Oh my god. Look at how small this window is. Look at how small this window is. My goodness. All right. This is a precarious pitch, but we gotta try it. A little bit slow, but I like it. Please bite. Please bite. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Woo, boy, okay, we found the shelf. I mean, we are inches from death. But we got the handbrake on. You know, we got the handbrake on. We're fearing very much so for our lives. Imagine that, a birdie on 10 in that whole location going around the turn here. Woo! Woo, baby. Feels good, man. A little bit of a push, but I think we're good unless this fairway is just incredibly mean, which honestly, sometimes I just expect them to be, but that's a forward bounce if I've ever seen one. All right, we're starting to hit some better golf shots in this tail end of this tournament, which is a very, very promising thing for me going forward here. Very, very promising thing for me going forward. Come on, let's hit a nice golf shot here. Get this lob wedge nice and close for the putt. Nice strike. Good line. It's going to land, kick right. Please check. starting to come back. I feel it. I feel it. Some things are starting to come back together. Okay, I think you want to be left side. Left side gives us more to work with. Lots of wind down the hill, and it's like very downhill. So hopefully this is the correct aim. Hit it a little fast. I think we might be okay if that bounces right. If it goes straight through, this might be tough. Okay. That stings. We have the angle though, so we've definitely got that going for us. What we are most certainly struggling with is the way that this wind is playing. Now, we're going to have more club than we know what to do with. 80% is bad. 70 or like is like long. 70% we're well short. So I think we just kind of have to throw a sand wedge up there and not really know what's going to happen to us. Yeah, I mean, that's a lottery shot. That is most definitely a lottery shot, and I am not an avid player of the lottery. A little low. Slow down. Alright. Should be able to save it here. Unfortunate on that tee shot. I mean, it's a hard hole to begin with. Like, it's a very much so like a par-ish hole. Very much so a par-ish hole to begin with, and then you add on missing a fairway, and you know, it's a disaster awaiting. All right, come on, I don't want to go 3 straight tournaments at 30 under, so let's go for something a little bit more than 30 under. 3 straight 30s is gonna feel kind of sad, and I feel like we're starting to get a little bit of, yeah, a little bit of some sort of JoJo back. 6 iron, that's gonna have some carry, no? 193, I mean, his carry is at least 200, that's short, so I think we gotta go 6 iron. And then it is just going to be so much on the sideways down the hill here. A little fast. Look at that line. Get back there. Get back there. Settle down. That's a nice shot. Take some of those. Come on now. It's like, how much is this gonna move at the start? How much? All right, come on. We got 2 par 5s left. Let's see what we can make of them. There should be great opportunities for us to try and break out of this 30 under funk. Well, quite fast, but the wind is so strong and the fairway bounces to the right. We're just gonna call that a casual fairway in regulation. All right, so similar spot actually to last round. Pin moves a little bit right. We're on a nicer lie, but gotta make sure that we play this a little bit better. And getting this win correct is going to be essential. So we're looking to land it somewhere out here, probably. And then a little bit more because they're gonna compound. And it's just a little more angled from over where we're aiming. Nice strike. Missed it a little, missed our swing plane a little bit out to the left. We're gonna get stuck on this hill. Okay. But at least the flag is on the other side. So we do have the chance here. We do have the chance here to actually stop this. All right, making some assumptions. We are definitely making some assumptions here on like how this is gonna play. Got our power. Didn't get it high enough, but yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Come on, let's sink the birdie putt, move on to the next hole. There it is. Come on, one off the 30. Let's get a few more. Okay, so I think we actually need to be... I mean, there's probably not much difference, but probably want to be somewhere out here to the right this time. And let's not put it... Let's just, I don't know, not put it in the bunker. How's that sound? I think that sounds pretty good to me. A bunkerless tee shot, especially with what we're trying to accomplish here. I'm gonna play over 30 yards. Am I gonna take the 5-iron and still not like trust this? So it's uphill. We're gonna lose like 12, 13 yards on this. So that's already here. And then you're talking close to another 30 something, like 30 after that. And it's uphill. I'm gonna take a stock 5. I'm gonna take a stock 5. You know, do I trust it? Not particularly, but like, I don't really know what my other play would be. It's not a bad strike. Come on, you gotta roll back for me. You're gonna park yourself right there, aren't you? But if we take 6-iron, we're a little short. It just a hair off. Just a hair off. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I want it. I want it, but it's okay. It's just so cruel. Even adding more, making the adjustment. I really thought when that putt started, I thought we had a chance of making it. But we're like, those long downhill ones, it's just like just enough off. It is just enough off. Feel like this it's the 6-iron again, man. It is the 6-iron again. Oh no, we went the 5-iron last time. Now we're on the 6-iron. See if we get this one right, or if we're gonna be up a hill putting back down again. It's a good strike. Feels long. Unless it balloons enough. Come on, look at that. Ozo, thank you for the follow. That thing stopped in the air and just fell straight down. It looks like it's sailing past the hole, and it just catches a wall and rides its way straight down. What a shot. Holy cow. Had to move it back. I adjusted it. I was like, that doesn't feel right. Bring it back. Sink the putt. Come on. 2 to go. We're at 30. We've hit the number. Let's not make this a streak. Let's not make this a streak. Let's look at the wind. Look at the wind. This is going to play like 40 miles in the face. Straight up, I'm just going to play a 3 hybrid, and kind of it is what it is as far as like where this thing goes. Hit the wall. Hit the wall, hit the wall, hit the wall. Look at that. Very high winds are like nuts. The ball just stops. It gets to a certain point and says, that's it. I'm not going any further than this. I'm coming straight down. What's going on, Suplex? How we doing today? Welcome back. That's like so wild to me. That's so wild to me. Finding some birdies out here in the very high winds. Look at this back 9 come together. I mean, I'm blocking some of it, but hey, we got 6 on the back. Par 5 to go. The shoulders are getting loose. Starting to find the groove. 627 downhill. It's in the wind again, though. It is in the wind again. So I don't... Yeah, I overcooked this one. It's okay, because I don't think 323 yards. Let's say best case scenario. We could have maybe done what we did in that earlier round. That's okay. That's okay. I got a little bit overzealous with that. Didn't get the tempo. What do we think of this? It's a lot of wind, man. It is a lot of wind. This feels like not enough. All right, left ourselves a little bit too much. Come on. Why not us? Let's make one more putt. Stealing... Well, Hemo, thank you very much for 8 months. Thank you for choosing to use your Prime sub over here. I hope you enjoy your faces once more. I guess I didn't realize that you were the only one that could have loose shoulders. My bad. My bad. I gotta find something else to loosen up. I don't think people want me to loosen my hips, though. That's probably against TOS. This is like one of those stupid putts that like just barely moves the whole way. And I don't know what to make of it. I really don't know what to make of it. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, let's see what we got. That foot lie is what's really bugging me. I moved it. It was worth it! Get in there. Get in there. 11 under on the final? Alright, that was a weekend. That was a weekend for us, especially considering the way this tournament started. Top round is a 12, and we shot 11 under. Huge comeback. I think it's safe to say, despite being so far off the lead, we should be safely out of demotion mark territory. Hopefully we can keep this going into future tournaments, because that felt pretty good. Felt pretty good.